Hi, everybody. I hope you're having a good Thursday. I can't believe tomorrow is going to be the 1st of October. Hasn't this year just flown by? There's a part of me that feels like it's been ages since the beginning of the year, but then there's another part that's like, actually, so much has happened over the last 9 months that it just feels, wow, it's just gone so quickly. So we're actually entering the last quarter of this year. And that gets me quite excited because this is the quarter in which I can make a really big difference in my business. I can decide how I'm going to end the year and set myself up for the beginning of next year, which is also very close right now. So I've been thinking a lot about what I want to achieve in 2021. I've been thinking a lot about what I set out to achieve initially and how that might have changed, how my business might have changed, how I've evolved as a business owner over the last 9 months, and what difference that's going to make in terms of what I'm going to focus on over the next 3 months. And a big part of planning, organizing is getting clear on things in your business. So at the moment, I'm taking a little bit of time out today and tomorrow as some of my boss time to really think about things in my business and put things in place ready for this last quarter of the year. So I'm doing my 90-day planning. I'm looking at all of those things, but I'm also taking a little bit of time to think about, am I happy with who I'm working with, what my niche is? Am I happy with how my services sit for the niche that I want? So I thought, you know what, I'm going to come on today and talk a little bit about niche and people. I've separated them out for a reason. I'll talk about that in a moment. We had this discussion in my mastermind a couple of weeks ago and in my Grow group a couple of months ago, where we were talking about the importance of having a niche. I mean, how many times have you heard how important it is for you to have a niche? You've probably lost count, right? Everybody tells you you need to have a niche. And there's a reason for that, which is that if you talk to everybody, you talk to nobody. That's what they say, right? So if you have a niche, you are connecting more effectively with the right people. But I think having a niche allows you to do other things. So once you've decided what your niche is, you can then tailor your service to meet that niche, which means those services become a lot more attractive to the people that you want to bring into the business because they are specifically tailored for their needs, their problems, their issues, or their desires. But it also means that you're getting tighter on your offering, and therefore you're going to get more effective. You're going to make more sales because your offer is tailor-made for the people that you want to work with. And that leads you on to how you connect with them, your marketing, your social media, all of the things that you're doing to connect with that niche. And it's really hard to create a consistent, strong message if you are not clear about who you're talking to. And as a potential customer, they would find it very hard to see themselves in your marketing, to be able to connect to the things that you're saying. They're not looking at the things that you're raising and thinking, oh, that's totally me. They're a bit confused about that. But if you get really clear on your niche, and therefore you can tighten your message that's very specific to that niche, they will start to see themselves in your marketing. So now your marketing is becoming more effective. And when they are attracted to your business and they're exploring about how they can work with you, you've got the perfect solutions that are absolutely tailored to their needs. It's a no-brainer to really get clear on your niche. It will drive more business and opportunity for your business, without a doubt. And I think really thinking about why you're choosing that niche as well is super important, because it's really easy to say, well, I can see an opportunity to make a lot of money there, so I'm going to choose that niche. But what if it's an area that actually you don't really want to work in? We also want to enjoy the work that we have. And when I was thinking about my own niche in my business, who do I want to be working with? What types of people do I want to be supporting? I also thought a lot about what areas do I love working in? What are the things that really light my fire? Because the more passionate I am about those, the more potential customers are going to feel that, and therefore the more connected I'm going to be with that niche. If you're working in a niche that you're really struggling to get connected with, I think they will feel that. So I think it's important to choose your niche for lots of different reasons. One, there has to be an opportunity there. There has to be problems or issues or desires that you can solve or create solutions to. There has to be enough money in that niche to pay for what it is that you do. There has to be enough people in that niche to give you a big enough market. But it also needs to be something that you would enjoy working with. But I wanted to take it a little bit a step further, because looking at your niche tends to be sort of, well, they're in this type of industry, or they're at this stage in their business, or they're doing this at the moment in their lives, they're at this stage, they've got this problem. And that's the sort of the building of your niche. This stuff helps you then create the right solutions and gets your marketing right. But I talk a lot about creating a happy business. And a big part of that is bringing the right people into your business. If you're bringing the wrong people, and forget the niche at the moment, I'm talking about the characteristics and the values of the people that you're bringing in. If they are not the right people, you're not going to be happy in business. Working with the wrong people is extremely draining. So we have to make sure that when we're creating that niche and we're looking at those avatars, right, that actually we build in also, who are they as people? What are their values? So I'm not talking about, how many kids they have, unless what you sell is relevant to that. I'm not talking about where they buy their buns from. You can get a little bit too specific in those avatars, and you can go on a little bit of a downward spiral with that and get lost in the creation of an avatar. I think an avatar is really about the niche that you want to work within. And then when I'm looking at building out the person, I like to think about what their values and characteristics are. Are they the type of person that is committed? Do they follow through? I mean, particularly as a business mentor, it's important to me that those that come to me, that are attracted to me, are the types of people that aren't afraid of investment, might be a little bit nervous about investment, but they're not afraid of it. That they recognize the importance of investment, that they're committed to their own journey and outcome and success, that they will show up and do the work, that they will value me and my time and my space. They will pay me on time. They don't quibble about the price because they see the value, because it's what they're looking for, that it connects to them. On the flip side of that, if I'm not really clear about the type of people that I want to bring into my business, I could be letting a lot of people into my business that don't value me, that mess me about, that cancel all the time, that don't show up, that don't do the work, that you're constantly saying the same things to. There's no learning because they're not really taking it on board, or they're not quite ready. And they're doing this because they think that's what they should be doing, but actually they're not ready for the next stage of their business. And these people can be really difficult to work with. I mean, I said a moment ago, bringing the wrong people into your business can be extremely draining. And it can. If you are bringing the wrong type of people into your business, these people will consume your energy. So it's so important that when looking at your niche, you explore the types of people that you bring into your business. These are your people. These are the people that you want to surround yourself by and that you want to work with. I think a lot about the type of people that I want to bring in, but also a lot of that is from having worked with people that aren't the right type. This is sort of where we learn what's right for us and what isn't. So think about the people that you've already worked with or experienced being with that are not going to be a good fit. What are the shared commonalities with those people? Is it a values thing? Is it a characteristic thing? Is it a time and place thing? What is it that's the common threads with that group of people? Because that's the thing that you don't want in your business. And then what are the common threads of the people that you have worked with that you've really enjoyed working with, that you enjoy spending time with, that you really want to help, that show up, value you, do the work, but you really enjoy being with them and they're open to ideas, etc., depending on what you do? What are the commonalities with those? What are the key characteristics that those people share? I think it's so important to bring that into your niche, because I don't want to just sell services. I don't want to just have lots of customers come on board. Yes, the revenue's great, the money's great, whatever. I want the right people to come on board. I want to enjoy the work that I do. I want to enjoy spending time with my clients. I want to enjoy the groups that we have. We like a little bit of banter in our groups. I like to think I'm funny. So we have a little bit of that, and we enjoy being in the space together. I think that's so important. And it isn't about trading that for revenue. I think you can have both, but you've just got to be clear about what are the important things when carving out that niche, and making sure that some of the characteristics and values that you value in clients appears within that niche. And you can weave these into your messaging. Yeah, because if they're shared values with you, they're going to feel that and they're going to connect with that. And I think that will create a happy business, a business that is profitable, sustainable, a business that is successful, but a business that is a happy place to be in, because you are enjoying working with those types of clients. And it's targeting the right types of people. So, if you sell a high-end product that's of a high price point, then you want to make sure that the market that you're selling to can afford that. If your niche is here and your price is here, you're going to struggle to sell it. So all these things are going to take play when you think about your niche. Understanding your niche is going to have a ripple effect through your business. It's going to modify and change the services that you have, because it's going to be relevant to that niche. It's going to have a ripple effect into your price positioning and your pricing mechanism, again, for the same reason. And adding those people in is going to change how people are in your business and the longevity in which you will work with them. I have found that when I'm working with the right people, I work with them for a much longer period and we really build good relationships. When it's the wrong people, they come in, they take what they need and they go. And don't get me wrong, I get that. I'm not anti people coming in for the service that they've had, and then once they've had that, there's no pressure to stay. But I am looking to build a sustainable business, and that means retaining clients, finding ways of continuing to work with clients. And there will always be project-based stuff, and that's okay. But I just think it's really important to add in this aspect of your people and not just the niche. The niche is super important, but your people is a big part of that niche. Who are your people? If I could give you 10 people right now that would be an absolute dream to work with, what are they like? What commonality do they have? What characteristics do they share? What situation are they likely to share? How are they feeling about things? What are their challenges? These are the things that you use to build your niche. What problems do they have that you can solve? And sometimes your niche will change as you evolve as a business owner. My niche has definitely changed. When I first started, I had a mixture of corporate and small business clients, and I thought that's the balance that I wanted. And whilst I was doing that, I realized I got so much enjoyment of working with smaller businesses that I wanted that to be my niche. I wanted that to be my business. I didn't want two niches. I didn't want corporate here and small business there. I wanted to go all in on small business. So my niche has evolved with me. It's evolved with how I felt about my business, how I want to work in my business, who I want to work with, and it's got tighter and tighter and tighter over a period of time. And I'm really happy with where my niche is. I'm really happy with being able to support the types of clients that I do. I'm really happy with the types of people that I'm working with. I really do enjoy being with my clients. I have made mistakes and I have worked with some people that have been difficult to work with for whatever reason. Maybe, haven't valued me in the same way that I would like to be valued in terms of what I'm giving out. I want to get some of that back, right? Business is a relationship. It's a two-way street. but I'm happy with where that is, but it has evolved with me. So if it's been a while since you've really thought about who you want to be attracting into your business and why, just give it some time, give it some energy, think about it a little bit. You know, what's working for you right now in your niche? Do you have the right services for the niche that you have? And there's a couple of things that you can do here. You can change up your services and your price points to meet the niche that you have, or you can change your niche. You know, if you are looking to increase prices, for example, because you're now at a point where you want to drive more value through the services that you're delivering, then your niche is going to change slightly. You might be looking for a slightly different type of client that can afford the new price bracket that you're talking about, but that just sits more effectively in that group. So you might need to change up your niche. You might need to change your pricing. You might need to change your services. But I think one area that I don't tend to compromise on is who that person is, what they're like to work with. It's hard sometimes to gauge what some people are going to be like through a discovery call, but you soon get a feel for what's working and what's not. And that's when you need to make sure you've got the right boundaries in place to protect yourself, so that if you do have some people in your business that are a little bit more difficult, are a little bit more draining, that you protect yourself in the best way possible. And one of the easiest ways, certainly as a service business, of doing that is setting boundaries. So that's what I wanted to come on today and talk about: the importance of having the right niche in your business and why it's okay if your niche changes. In a small business, you change at a much quicker rate than a large business. You evolve much more quickly, and that means it's likely that your niche needs to change. So if you're working with the same niche that you were when you first started, it might be time to have a think about how you further define that niche, or if there's a shift in that niche at all, and what that would mean for servicing, pricing and delivery and all of those things. And likewise, if you've been bringing new services in, are you selling those services to the wrong people because you've evolved your services, but actually now you need to change your niche to match the services that you're delivering? So it's definitely worth having a think about and adding in those characteristics and values, really focusing in on the type of people you want to connect with. You know, you want those shared values, you want those shared characteristics. So if I give you those 10 people, what do they have in common? What problems do they have in common? What situation do they have in common? Where are they in their life? Where, in terms of commonality, what values do they have? What characteristics do they have? This will really help you round out who your people are and what is your niche. So let me know how you get on. Let me know whether it's something that you're going to be looking at the moment, or whether it's something you're thinking about maybe for the new year. Maybe you've got plans to change a few things up next year, and actually your niche and your people is going to be a big part of that change. I'd love to hear your thoughts on niche and people, and what you do in your business to make sure that you're bringing the right people in, and what things you value when creating your niche. If you want some help with it, then you can join me and some wonderful business women who are working in my mastermind, the Generate More Mastermind, where we're all about generating more opportunity, flexibility, money, time, whatever it is that you need to generate more of. We're going to be doing that in the mastermind, and we talk about our niche and our people and the importance of getting that right and how that ripples through the rest of our business. I'll put the link in here so you can have a quick look and see what you think. If you want to have a discovery call, just click that link on the web page and let's have a chat about where you are with everything in your business. So have a great day, and I will see you all very soon. Take care.